Well, there is plenty of debate right here at home over resource development. Rapidly developing countries like China want Canadian energy products. But getting oil and gas to market is highly contentious, judging by recent protests in Ontario over pipeline expansion. On the West Coast, energy giant Kinder Morgan is proposing to twin its oil pipeline. And that, too, is fueling the controversy. Jas Johal reports.
When the bitumen leaves the oil sands, it ends up here in Edmonton. You'll find a maze of pipes at Kinder Morgan's facility, but this one pipe is important. It's where your gas comes from. It's mile zero of the Trans Mountain Pipeline. Kinder Morgan wants to twin the line to increase capacity. What most people don't realize is that 30% of the line near Banff and Jasper National Parks is already twinned. From Alberta, it heads to Kamloops, a strategic and operational hub.
Kamloops basically is the station that starts the initiation of the pumping up over the Coast Mountain Range.
In the past half-century, there have been 78 spills on the Kinder Morgan line.
70% of those spills have happened in pump stations and terminal where we have containment systems.
In many ways, the line highlights British Columbia's rural and urban divide. If Kinder Morgan's proposal is approved, over $1 billion will be spent in towns outside of Vancouver. It's money that's welcome in most cases. Adrian Dix learned that the hard way here in Kamloops, when during the election campaign he surprised voters and fellow party members by opposing Kinder Morgan's proposal.
Our position is pretty clear that we do not expect Vancouver to become a major oil export port.
Prior to the election, Dix said he wouldn't announce his position on Kinder Morgan until the final proposal is presented sometime later this year. Ian Anderson's phone started ringing immediately after the Kamloops announcement. He was informed privately Dix wasn't opposed to Kinder Morgan's proposal.
To understand that he was not saying he was opposed to the pipeline, but that he was opposed to an increase in tanker traffic because he didn't think that was consistent with the views of British Columbians about Vancouver's future. And I said, you really don't think we can connect those two? You really don't think the public and the media will connect those two immediately?
Does this not prove that making announcements like that prove the environmental movement doesn't have the political clout to get people elected?
This is one of my favorite questions. No, I don't think that proves that at all. I think what it proves is that Adrian Dix did a lousy job of explaining why he was opposing the Kinder Morgan pipeline.
When the pipeline enters the Lower Mainland, the politics and geography change. Kinder Morgan constantly monitors the line from the air, looking for any potential problems. Ultimately, Kinder Morgan's proposal is forcing British Columbians to find a balance between economic, environmental, and social concerns. Are you concerned about the political blowback, whether it be on the financial side or on the political side? Because there's going to be a tremendous amount of pressure.
I think there is going to be a tremendous amount of blowback if any of these projects are approved, because I believe the majority of people on the BC coast are strongly against pipelines and super tankers proliferating on our coast and putting the economy that is successful right now here at risk permanently.
Jas Johal, Global News.